I'm gonna give you permission to pause it and go watch it. But seriously, it looks really good. And, I was reading some comments. Some people were like, oh, it doesn't have the comedy element to it. It does have a serious, darker tone to it. But I like it.
It's the same. It's just, it's not sitcom. It's just what really went on Fresh Prince.
Right.
The real version of it, not the comedy version. Sometimes you have to see things the real way,
Yeah, I like this perspective. For my people out there that don't like it or like, the original is better, just think about this from a different perspective. It's told from a different perspective. And I think it's something that if it comes to light, I would definitely see it and want to see it and go see it. Because it really looked good. It really did. Okay. So that's a remake of a
old school versus new school.
Old school versus new school / movie / show, I guess you could say. Arcia, do you have any other songs that you want to mention or show?
You disappointed me with choosing Chris Brown over M2 May. Really?
Yeah, that's one of the rare times I like a new school version better.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes, now don't get me wrong, some new school versions are way better than the original. Case in point, Whitney Houston's version of I Will Always Love You.
Oh, right. She killed Dolly Parton.
Yes, she did. By leaps and bounds.
That's her song. That's not Dolly's.
Right. Exactly.
All she got is what? Dollywood. That's what she got. Dollywood. And, what's the name of that movie she played in? Magnolia. What is it? You know what I'm talking about? Magnolia movie.
Still Magnolias?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay, all right. I was a little scared there. I didn't want to sound stupid out here to the listeners.
Right.
Arcia and I, randomly, I will text Arcia some ideas for old school versus new school. I'll just randomly text her a song or something. So what was one that I text you, Arcia? Do you remember?
Said something about Lil Mo.
Today I did. Nobody did it, but my listeners out there, if you listen to R&B, Lil Mo had a song called Ta-Da, Trying to Make You Disappear. That popped up in my Pandora today, and I was like, oh, this would be a dope remake. I think somebody like, what's her name? Is it Ella Mai?
Yeah, Ella Mai.
I think she could do it, or SZA could do like a remake to Ta-Da. I think
her maybe, or Summer Walker. Those are some other names. Janae Oko, or I don't know.
Yeah. I would love to hear one of them, or at least cover that song. Speaking of covers, I was so late to this. I was so late to the game because this was like 5 or 6 years ago. Childish Gambino covered Tamia's "So Into You."
Yeah, you late.
I was so late with that, but that was
performed it live somewhere. I don't remember what. You know what? I think he performed it on maybe Tom Joyner or something.
Yeah, he
performed it somewhere. I watched the video. He sounds pretty good, but I still like Tamia's version better. But
of course, but it was a dope cover.
Do you like him better as a actor or a singer?
So I have watched some of it, Atlanta. I have watched some of it. I haven't watched all of it. I have watched some.
Who do I sound like when I keep saying some? Who do I sound like? Soldier Boy. Soldier Boy, tell him. Some. What?
Some. Yes. I haven't watched all of it yet. Well, I don't have cable, so I would have to wait for it to come out on another platform anyway. But I've watched some of it, and that's a hard decision. I feel like he's so talented. Oh, he's so talented. If I had to pick one, though, I think I like him better as an actor. If I had to pick one.
Oh, okay.
If I had to pick one, I can't wait to see what else he does as far as acting.
Right.
I would love to see him pair up or team up with Jordan Peele. I would love to see him pair up with them and do something.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah. Well, you heard it here, folks. You heard it here first, folks. You heard it here.
We're goofy, just to let y'all know.
Yes, very goofy. Very goofy.
So you're going to hear me laugh throughout the podcast.
Especially when I go on my rants. I wonder what's the first rant I'll have. Who knows?
I'll think of something.
Somebody will get on my nerves sooner or later.
Mm-hmm. They always do.
They always do. So, this brings us to about 22 seconds. I mean, 22 seconds. Damn. 22 minutes. See, I'm goofy, y'all. This brings us to 22 minutes. I didn't want to hold y'all too long for the pilot. I just wanted to be a little tease, a little intro to us. So listeners, if you're out there, make sure you follow us on Facebook at Pure Audacity Podcast. Or like us on Instagram at Pure Audacity Pod. What else, Arcia? Oh, make sure that you subscribe to whatever platform you're listening to right now. Make sure that you subscribe. Please subscribe to us. That's going to help us out tremendously. We won't be able to be successful without our friends of the show and our listeners and all that good stuff. Any closing thoughts, words, Arcia?
Not at this moment, Cass.
Oh, she's feeling shy again, y'all. She's feeling shy.
Man.
Okay. If you're interested in possibly coming onto the show for the artist/entrepreneur spotlight, you can also email us at theaudacitypod@gmail.com and just tell us whether you're an upcoming artist or an entrepreneur.
No, I got some already lined up. Lined up, so you know.
That. And episode 3 is going to be our first artist on the show. It's going to be the person that did our intro. We will interview him and get him on here and talk. Maybe I'll have him even co-host that whole show, because he's a true character. I had to catch myself. I almost said his name. But yeah, stay tuned. Stay tuned if you want to find out who that artist from Philly is that did the intro for us. Without further ado, unless Arcia has some final words, did you come up with any? You still feeling shy?
I just want to thank all the listeners out here for listening to our pilot. Yeah, it's a little bit on the shitty side, but we're gonna get it right.
I know. Please don't. Give us 3 episodes. Give us 3 episodes.
Give us 3 episodes. We'll get it
getting
right.
our nerves out in the pilot. We got our nerves out. So as we find our footing and get our segments together, it'll get a lot smoother and clearer. And hopefully I'll say less. I know I said it a lot tonight, but I appreciate you all for listening. All right. Peace out, good people.
So long. Farewell to all my listeners.